amount of money can buy a life. No guilt or regret can change the past. We can't always be happy. We can't always be right. But we can always live each day and make things count. Good morning.
Amado Dios, hoy iniciamos este día dándote gracias. Es hermoso poder despertar cada mañana y vernos rodeados de tantas bendiciones. Tú nos das la vida y nos permites vivir al lado de nuestra familia. Qué glorioso es poder sentir tu presencia. Gracias, Jehová. Feliz inicio de semana.
A pleasant good morning to each and every one of you out there, and I would like just like to say good morning, good morning, good morning. For those of you who are tuning in right now, we ask you to love, like, and share this program as we go forward. So we'll give you time to do so right now.
Así es, señores, muy buenos días, feliz inicio de semana, gracias por estar en sintonía con El Mundo a las 7, buenos días especialmente para todas las personas que están en sintonía con nosotros en casita a través de WTV, del TV Plus y en el MSR en el lado francés, todo el que está en Curazao, en Aruba y en Belice a través de TVCARIB y todas las personas que están en Bonaire a través de Dutch Caribbean TV. Muy buenos días para todos ustedes. De igual forma a todas las personas que están en las redes sociales en sintonía con nosotros. Gracias por mantenerse sus actualizaciones como son en San Martín, en Ceiba, en Estesia, en Anguila, en Sembat, en Saint Kitts, en Saint Vincent, en San Tomás, en San Croix, Puerto Rico, República Dominicana. Muy buenos días para todos ustedes. Todo el que está en España, en Venezuela, en Francia, en Holanda, en Estados Unidos, en Canadá, en Colombia, en Panamá. Muy buenos días. Bienvenido una vez más a su entrega de esta nueva semana del Mundo a las 7.
For those of you who are watching us from across the waters, wherever you might be, whether it's in St. Kitts, Nevis, Anguilla, Tortola, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, wherever it is, we just ask you to, of course, love and like and share this program. You can also download the TVCARIB app, which will bring you to all the programs that TVCARIB have to offer. Things like Off the Cuff, The World at 7, and many other great programming. So we do encourage you to do so. I would like to say that I've went through the whole episode with Cedric Ortega and Praveen the other day, and what an informative program, I must say. So if you can, please tune in, join with those gentlemen on Saturdays, 11 o'clock on the dot. And guess what? I didn't join Saturday 11, but that's the great thing about TV these days. You can always revisit, all right? And like it's shown on Facebook Live, you can always revisit. So we do want to encourage you to check out the TVCARIB family and all its programming. But for now, El Mundo a las 7.
Así es, los invitamos a todos ustedes a que sintonicen cada sábado Off the Cuff. Así es, todos los sábados a las 11 de la mañana con el señor Cedric Ortega y el señor Previn. Así que ya ustedes saben, ahí ustedes pueden seguir enterándose. Tienen de lunes a sábado informaciones, pero también puede actualizarse en la página de TVCARIB y usted va a recibir todas las informaciones que tenemos para usted y su familia. Así que les recordamos a todas las personas que están en las redes sociales que le den like, compartan, etiqueten y posteen sus banderitas. Y de donde nos están actualmente actualizando con nosotros, por lo menos tenemos a María Crispín que dice que está desde Dutch Quata en sintonía con nosotros y ahí está posteando sus banderitas.
All right, Esther Durant Casimir is bringing an early start. God is good all the time, and all the time He is good. We do want to encourage you to pray, ladies and gentlemen, to God. Maria Crispin, who is saying good morning. And Adelicia Simón is saying, amén, buenos días, bendiciones para los dos. Thank you so
Amén,
much.
amén.
Thank you so much. We do encourage you. Bon Simang, and we're ready for the morning news and give you a lot of updates.
Así es, vamos ya a darle inicio a los titulares de las informaciones que le tenemos en la mañana de hoy. Iniciaremos con casos activos de COVID-19 continúan con tendencia decreciente en San Martín. Esto es fuente del Daily Herald.
Some news straight out of Marigot. Active COVID-19 cases continue decreasing trend in Saint Martin. This comes from the Daily Herald.
También tenemos que el Rotary Sunset distribuye 400 comidas calientes a ciudadanos vulnerables. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
Rotary Sunset distributes 400 hot meals to vulnerable citizens. As a matter of fact, I think they should have done 401. I was always hungry.
También tenemos el USP acogerá el Congreso este 28 de noviembre. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
USB to host Congress on November 28th. This comes from the St. Martin Island Time. When this news reach, we will give you some updates as I have inside information on what's going on.
¿Sí?
Oh, yeah.
Ok. También continuamos con la ministra Richardson aplaude a 17 funcionarios de inmigración por completar un curso de formación. Esto es fuente de Sualiga Newsday.
Minister Richardson applauds 17 immigration officers on training course completion. This comes from the Swaliga Newsday.
Tenemos que el miembro independiente del Parlamento, el diputado Christopher Emmanuel, insta a las entidades gubernamentales a no apresurarse a recortar ingresos. Esto es fuente de Sualiga Newsday.
I want to read this article really well because it says MP Emmanuel urged government entities not to rush into cutting income. And this comes from the Swaliga Newsday. As we know, that was one of the measures.
Vamos a ver cuáles son las medidas que está implementando para que no vengan los recortes apresurados. Bueno, y tenemos por último que el Registro General del Carnaval 2022 cerrará para el 1 de diciembre. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
All right, we have last celebratory news. Carnival 2022 general registration closes off December 1st. That's just now, Brenda.
Así es. Todo se está haciendo rápido.
Brenda, remember when we spoke about you going for Miss Mature? What happened to that? You know? And
Hay que tomar tiempo, hay que buscar una persona que patrocine o una compañía que patrocine.
Más tiempo que 2
Claro.
años.
No, hay que buscar el tiempo porque hay que buscarle el patrocinio,
All
hay que lanzarse para que las personas puedan apoyar.
Okay, we're gonna send out a petition right now. Apparently, Brenda wants to compete in Miss Mature, and we need, first of all, a chaperone. We need, secondly, sponsors, so that Brenda can be comfortable in whatever she's wearing and know that she doesn't have to pay for it at the end of the competition. So for anyone out there who's listening, please contact us, and I will be right there cheering for Brenda so that Brenda doesn't have an excuse. So
No es una excusa. Para tú participar en un evento así, debe desde el principio contar con lo que es un patrocinio. Entonces yo no puedo lanzarme a un evento con la espalda y el pecho.
well, that's just like an election, you know. No, it's just like an election. You can't start, an election or go on a list without first, knowing the works and getting at least a mentor to help you go through it.
Así
So,
es.
you are correct. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we start with our COVID news for this morning coming out of Marigot. Brenda?
Así es, tenemos que los casos activos de COVID-19 continúan con tendencia decreciente en San Martín. Esto es fuente del Daily Herald. Marigot. La Agencia Regional de Salud, ARS, en su último boletín de salud del 1 al 7 de noviembre, la semana 44, informó 19 casos de COVID-19 registrados en San Martín, en comparación con 39 en la semana 43. Esto toma los casos confirmados de COVID-19 desde el inicio de la pandemia a 3.925. Desde el 10 de noviembre, en la semana 45, se han registrado 7 nuevos casos de 638 pruebas. La mayoría de las infecciones son de la variante Delta. Al 10 de noviembre, el hospital Louis Contan Fleming en San Martín tiene un paciente con COVID-19 y ningún paciente en el hospital de Sembat. No ha habido evacuaciones a Guadalupe ni muertes por COVID-19 en la semana 44. El número de muertes por COVID-19 desde el principio sigue siendo 56 para San Martín y 6 para Sembat. Sembat no tuvo nuevos casos en la semana 44 y el total de casos acumulados permanece en 1.509. Al 10 de noviembre se informó un nuevo caso en la semana 45 de 320 pruebas. En San Martín se realizaron 1.451 pruebas complementarias en la semana 44 para un total de 70.999 pruebas registradas hasta la fecha. En Sembat se administraron 939 pruebas complementarias en la semana 44 para un total de 54.838 pruebas registradas. Hasta el 10 de noviembre, unas 12.798 personas en San Martín habían recibido su primera vacuna. 10.627 recibieron su segunda inyección y 292 habían recibido una tercera inyección de refuerzo. Aproximadamente el 42,25% de la población ha recibido al menos una dosis de la vacuna. La cobertura de vacunación de toda la población de San Martín es ahora de 47,76%. Esto se compara con Sembat, que ha vacunado al 79,05% de su población. Al 10 de noviembre, unas 6.632 personas habían recibido la primera dosis de la vacuna, 5.727 la segunda dosis y 110 habían recibido una tercera inyección de refuerzo. La prefectura insta a la población a continuar adhiriéndose a las medidas sanitarias y de barrera, ya que el virus aún está circulando, y a vacunarse. Desde el cierre del Basidrón en Galisbé por la temporada de huracanes, las vacunas contra COVID con la vacuna Pfizer están disponibles en el hospital Louis Contan Fleming con o sin cita previa.
Regional Health Agency ARS in the latest November 1st to 7th, week 44 health bulletin reported 90 new COVID-19 cases registered in St. Martin. Compared to 39 in week 43. This takes confirmed COVID-19 cases since the start of the pandemic to 3,925 since November 10th, week 45 in progress. 7 new cases have been registered from 638 tests. The majority of infections are from the Delta variant. As of November 10th, the Louis Contan Fleming Hospital in St. Martin has 1 COVID-19 patient and no patients in the St. Bart's Hospital. There have been no evacuations to Guadeloupe and no deaths from COVID-19 in week 44. The death toll from COVID-19 since the beginning remains at 56 for St. Martin and 6 for St. Bart's. This is great to know, and even though when I say great, the information. Mm-hmm. Even though they're two complete separate, handling of COVID-19 here on the Dutch side or on the French side, we just had St. Martin Day. We're talking about one island, one nation under God. We're talking about one people. And if we take the 70-something cases and 56 cases, I think it's 76 cases on St. Martin. That's
¿En el lado francés?
no, that side. The French side is 56.
75.
All right, good. So let's take it, and that's 120, 132. That's 132 cases, deaths on Little St. Martin, on Pequeño St. Martin. So let's put that into perspective. We can say, well, it was to be expected. But I think it's a lot, you know. However, I am happy that this is regressing. I see that the cases are going down. That means that either the vaccine is working, or the suppression plans that were put in place are definitely working. Okay.
Pero a pesar de todas las restricciones y de las personas haciendo la huelga, los disturbios por la vacuna, se han vacunado a muchas personas.
Definitely. So what Brandon is saying, in spite of many challenges that the front side is having, many debacles and many, challenges, as I said before, still there's amount of people getting vaccinated is of a good pace. So I want to say that, we're moving in the right direction. We're moving in the right direction. I'm just going to say that. The last paragraph, the prefecture urges the population to continue adhering to sanitary and barrier measures as the virus is still circulating and to get inoculated since the closure of Vaccine Drome in Gallows Bay for hurricane season. Vaccination against COVID with the Pfizer vaccine are available at the Louis Constant Fleming Hospital with or without an appointment. So they're really pushing this vaccine, mandate. First they would tell you, you better come with an appointment. But now it's with or without the appointment.
Es decir, que no hay excusa, que no me pude vacunar porque no tuve la cita. No. Con cita o sin cita puede ir al hospital Louis Constant Fleming en la parte francesa a lo que es suministrarse la vacuna COVID-19, y de igual manera en la parte holandés puede visitar las oficinas del CPS también con cita o sin cita. Usted puede asistir para suministrarse la dosis de la vacuna COVID-19. Ya en la parte francesa está dispuesta la tercera dosis. Nosotros está aquí para las personas que son con salud adyacente.
Yeah.
Está disponible.
Yeah. Brenda, how do you feel up to now, being fully vaccinated?
No, me siento muy bien, gracias a Dios.
You don't wake up at night like or anything like that? No. All right, good.
No, Prince, todavía. Esos efectos no lo he tenido.
Okay, let me just mention this. Remember, it was up to a certain time where people were saying, well, I'll give you guys 2 years and stuff. Well, we're well under going a year since, the vaccination rollout program, and people haven't died of the vaccine as yet. So I'm not saying we're waiting to see some deaths, but it would just prove even more that those conspiracy theories can be detrimental in the progress of a nation. All right? Let's read the second news, which is very, very heartwarming. Rotary Sunset distributes 400 hot meals to vulnerable citizens. This story is taken from the St. Martin Island Times.
Así es, el Rotary Sunset distribuye 400 comidas calientes a ciudadanos vulnerables. Esto es fuente de St. Martin Island Times.
Members and prospective members of the Rotary Club of St. Martin Sunset prepared and distributed 400 hot meals to underprivileged persons in various communities on the island through its first annual Reach One, Feed One initiative. Reach One, Feed One, R1F1, labeled, carried out annually on the last Sunday in October, is a program organized by the club to assist underprivileged families that are faced with various economic challenges, especially during these unprecedented times, by providing a warm meal and a cold beverage to those in need. The project targeted districts such as Dutch Quarters, Sucker Garden, Phillipsburg, Pond Island, Cahill, K-Bay, St. James, and Agremont. The month of October marks Economic and Community Development Month of Rotary Clubs worldwide, and I'm happy that we are able to carry out this project from 4 consecutive years. I am deeply touched by the dedication and commitment from the members towards the self-preparation and execution of so many meals in a matter of hours. It is always a pleasure to give back to our community in whatever we can, and I hope that in doing so, we can bring more awareness to the economic hardships that many of our fellow citizens and residents are faced with daily, especially during this ongoing worldwide pandemic. Rotary Sunset Service Project Chair Jaida Nisbet stated, "The Rotary Club of St. Martin Sunset would like to thank its partners, the members of the Rotary Club of St. Martin Sunset, for preparing the meals the St. Dominic Primary School for allowing us to use their premises to prepare the meals, for delivering, and Russell Bell, Mr. Mario, and Ricky of El Cebel Tours for providing the transportation to all the districts visited. The club encourages the community at large to do their part in assisting where possible, which in turn will improve the island's economy and community.
Así es, tenemos que los socios y posibles socios de Rotary Club de San Martín se prepararon y distribuyeron 400 comidas calientes a personas desfavorecidas en varias comunidades de la isla a través de su cuarta iniciativa anual Reach One Fit One. Reach One Fit One, que se lleva a cabo anualmente el último domingo de octubre, es un programa organizado por el club para ayudar a las familias desfavorecidas que se enfrentan a diversos desafíos económicos, especialmente durante estos tiempos sin precedentes, proporcionando una comida caliente y un refrigerio. El proyecto se centró en distritos como Dashquata, Soca Garden, Phillipsburg, Pond Island, Cahill, Quebec, St. James y Agraman.
Brenda, those are the areas that basically you can say that the economic wealth, or should I say the distribution of economic prosperity, do not trickle down mostly, all right, in those areas. Deep in the jungle of Middle Region, there's a lot of people in need. Agramont, we know of, an area that is like that as well. What I like about this is the fact that the service club is bringing awareness, a lot of awareness, that there is needs in these areas. However, what I don't, how do you say, not that I don't prescribe to, but I would like to see more of these initiatives, but not only feeding them once a month, all right? Why? Because imagine you are in a poor district and you can be fed only once a month. I would like to see programs that set up in order to teach these people to fish, in order to teach these people to how to get a income in, and maybe a gardening program, showing them how to grow their own food, maybe a letter writing program, maybe a resume writing program, in order to get these people on their feet, in order to buy their meals, or in order to buy their food and cook their meals. Okay, because if you have to wait around for a month in order, then it's just a treat. I think it's just then a automatic reaction that, all right, last Sunday of the month I don't have to cook.
No, pero esto se llevó a cabo anualmente, el último domingo, es decir, que cada año, una vez al año.
Yeah, wow.
Se produce el último domingo, pero esperemos que haya más fundaciones, más personas que puedan hacer esta actividad también.
Yeah.
Esto para sumar a diferentes instituciones que puedan hacer este trabajo.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do agree with me, you can do so in the comments. Maybe I'm missing something. I do think that it's a great initiative, but I would like to see other initiatives as well, not only just from hand to mouth, but I would like to see that, it's transferred from hand to hand, and then they can work it and in order to go to the mouth, okay? Although it's a very great initiative, we need to focus on making the situation such that these are not okay, I don't know what that word is. We should be looking at more job fairs than food distribution events. Having said that, great initiative, Rotary. The same thing I said. So, St. Martin Anunnaki, thank you for agreeing with me in this, on this. I do think that it's a great event. However, I think that St. Martin Anunnaki hit the nail on the head.
Así es. Continuamos con las informaciones, Rin, y vamos a ver ¿qué información tú nos podrás dar. Tenemos que el USB acogerá el Congreso el 28 de noviembre. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
Well, we must go on a commercial break, but our next headline is USB to host Congress on November 28th. This story comes from the St. Martin Island Times, and where I have some inside information. But before then, let us just stay locked and tuned in to TV Carib, the world at 7. And when we return, there'll be much more news, much more updates for you, the viewing audience.
Así es, vamos a una pausa comercial y cuando regresemos tendremos mucho más informaciones para ustedes y los saluditos para todas las personas que están en sintonía con nosotros.
When you're in St. Martin, visit the Boardwalk, where you will find the Shell. With its beautiful terrace overlooking the ocean, their vegan specials, delicious mahi-mahi filet with rum glazed shrimps just for you. Tasty. You can also visit Dirty Sanchez and order a cocktail from their cocktail menu, like the famous mojito made with love. Delicious. And if you're wearing a bikini, you can also get a second mojito for free. Beach chairs are also available. You'll find it all at the Boardwalk.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the World at 7, where we give you news, updates, and much, much more. I want to say welcome back to all our returning viewers, and to those of you who just tuned in. Don't forget to love, like, and share this program to your friends and to your enemies as well.
Así es, señores, estamos nuevamente de regreso con ustedes en lo que es la segunda parte de El Mundo a las 7, con más informaciones y especialmente con los saluditos a las personas que están en sintonía con El Mundo a las 7, como es el señor Antonio Richardson, Yesenia Gomes, el señor Davidson Cooper, que está en sintonía con nosotros, Annie Romble, que también está en sintonía con nosotros, el señor San Martin Anunnaki, Sonny Love, David Beltré, Adalgisa Simón, Antonio Méndez, Estel Durán Casimir, Minerva Maduro, María Crispín, San Martin Anunnaki, Sonny Love, María Peralta, Germania Rondón, María Remud, que está en sintonía con El Mundo de las 7, Brian Baker, Tito El Atrache, Idalisa Sánchez, Carol McKay, Karen Richardson, Yo-Yo, también está en sintonía con nosotros Histerida Harchan, que están en El Mundo de las 7, allá, a Yo-Yo también, ya le había dicho, Alma Charles también está en sintonía con nosotros, María Crispín está en sintonía con El Mundo de las 7, Dilenia Reyes, desde Friends Squad, Minerva Maduro. Minerva Maduro ya salió en la portada de la revista de Koiman en Facebook, sí, ahí la estuvimos viendo.
Yeah. I want to say that we have a bunch of Marias that's tuned in right now. And we just want to say to all the Marias, Maria, Maria.
Es el nombre más común.
Of course, in not only the Dominican Republic, but in the Spanish-speaking community. I think Maria is a very, very well-known name. What do you think?
¿Cuál es el nombre más común en la comunidad inglesa?
In English, I don't know if it's Natasha.
¿Sí?
I think so. I know so much Natashas.
Oh.
But I'll tell you this. When I went to the Czech Republic, and you can look this up, all right? And a quick joke before we go ahead. So when I go up to a girl and I'm like, so hi, how are you? And what's your name? Oh, Yana. Yana. I'm like, all right.
Yana.
Yana. I went up to another girl and, so what's your name? And she's like, Yana. And then the third one was like, Petra. Yana. Petra. So we made a joke and it always hit. We were playing basketball. So
Ahora, el apellido más común en la comunidad inglesa.
I think it's probably Brown or Smith or one of those things.
Okay.
I know in St. Martin, the last name that is very, very popular is Richardson. Okay. In Curacao is Petronella, is Martina. It's, you know, so.
Oh, ok.
Yeah,
En la República Dominicana el más común es Pérez, Rodríguez, son los apellidos más comunes.
De la Cruz.
No, el más común es el Pérez.
Pérez.
Pérez. Ok,
Everybody's a
bueno,
Pérez.
seguimos dando los buenos días. Y le damos los buenos días a Diana.
Pérez.
Mira, no.
I need to know.
No, Diana Pérez.
Oh, lovely. Diana, oh, lovely.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, Dios. También para Melania Lauren, para Desmond Clovelly, que está en sintonía con nosotros, para Dorothy Daway, también que acaba de actualizarse con nosotros, Melika Booth, también está en sintonía con el mundo de las siete. Así que para todas las personas que están en sintonía con nosotros y estén en casita, a través de cualquiera de las televisoras locales, internacionales, muy buenos días para todos ustedes.
Okay, Malika Wood always is saying good morning as well. I wanted to say that for those of you who are watching, don't forget 2 p.m. The Parliament meeting. That's going to be very interesting for you to see. It is concerning what is going on now. It's very, very important. Please tune in to the Parliament meeting if you can. Here
A las 2 de la
meeting-
tarde.
What's that?
A las 2 de la
Yes,
tarde.
yes.
Bueno, a las 2 de la tarde, ustedes saben, conéctense para que estén en sintonía con lo que es la reunión del Parlamento en el día de hoy. Prince, mira, en la comunidad china, el nombre, el apellido más común es Lee.
Lee. Yeah. That
Bueno,
is
le damos los buenos días a Nancy Ramírez, que se está actualizando también con nosotros.
All right. Malika Booth said, Prince, I told my husband to kiss the frog to see if he's going to turn into a prince. Didn't turn it into a prince. He's still ugly. What's plan B? Well, Malika Booth, I think we should ask the National Alliance because they've been having a lot of plan B over the years. So maybe we should ask the political party and they can give us an answer on that. All right?
Gineta Richardson, buenos días, especialmente para usted que está en Holanda en sintonía con nosotros.
Nice, Janetta. That's right. Take her to task. All right, let's continue with more news in which I have inside information. Yeah.
Ahí estamos, seguimos con las informaciones y tenemos que el USP acogerá el Congreso el 28 de noviembre. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
The United St. Martin, U.S. will host its party congress on Sunday, November 28th at the John Larmony Center from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The party board is inviting all part members and supporters to the Congress. New member registration will also be held starting at 5 p.m. Agenda points for Congress of the United St. Martin Party is election of USP leader, election of board president, committee selections. The Congress is the first step of our reorganization efforts moving forward. We look forward to seeing all of our members and potential new members at the Congress, the board said. Now, let me just go quick and to it. Whereas when I was invited to this Congress, I was personally invited to the Congress, which is a good thing. I don't know in what capacity, to cover the news or to just be on
No, ya yo iba a
local.
preguntar si era que ibas como
As USP supporter or
sí
as
o
a
no,
USP candidate?
candidato.
No. So I was given, you can say, a personal invitation to this event. And before I asked certain questions, automatically you would think that seeing that Claudius Boncamper is the highest vote getter on the U.S. party, if he would assume leadership, and that could not be ascertained if he will assume leadership or not of the political party. It makes sense, and that's what it have been in the past that when someone gets the highest votes, they go to the leader of the party. But then that would mean that Akeem Arundel would be then deputy leader. And, you know, how would you be deputy leader if you don't say anything in Parliament, if there's no action in Parliament, and there's really, you're just there, you know, taking up space, okay? So it makes sense that a Congress is put in place, and then these leaders are selected. Also, election of board president. We know that right now the USP leader is still Franz Richardson.
Para la elección del líder del USP tiene que ser una persona que sea muy conversadora, una persona que tenga mucha, por lo menos el candidato, el miembro de este partido que ya lo mencionaste, Arundel, creo que no podrá, o no pienso, no tendrá como la capacidad para estar como líder del partido.
Well, we don't know if he have the capability to, but we do know that he does not speak.
No la capacidad, sino no reunirá las condiciones.
Yeah. So, you know, that's the inside information that I have, that regardless of whatever, the leader must be elected. We don't know in how they're going to do it, in closed ballots or what, or open ballots, but it will be interesting to see how this process is taking place. One thing this party is set out to do is to reaffirm themselves in the political arena. Also, I see some press releases coming out, and when I ask them about this, I'm like, listen, your press releases, it really doesn't, it contradicts, you know, certain characters on the USP and stuff. And they said that this was expressly done because they want to portray a political party of without blemish. They want to portray a political party that is moving forward for the people and working. So it's either they're going to reach, how do you say, mountaintop, or they're going to crash way low. So I'm looking forward to see this new, revamped, revised, refurbished U.S. party, if I should say so. Why? Because we know that right now, Franz Richardson is still the leader, okay? The leader of the USP.
Así es. Tenemos que el partido USP será el anfitrión de su congreso de partidos para el domingo 28 de noviembre en John Lamont Center de 5 a 8 de la noche. La Junta del Partido está invitando a todos los miembros y simpatizantes al Congreso. El registro de nuevos miembros también se llevará a cabo a partir de las 5 de la tarde. Puntos de la agenda para el Congreso de Youth of San Martin Party es elección de líder de USP, elección de presidente de la Junta y elecciones de comité. El Congreso es el primer paso de nuestros esfuerzos para la reorganización y avanzar. Esperamos ver a todos nuestros miembros y posibles nuevos miembros en el Congreso, dijo la Junta. Como el señor Prince está invitado, todavía no sabemos en qué condición irá, si irá como nuevo miembro, si irá como prensa o si irá...
No comienza con cosas. Dennis, I would like the viewing audience to capture this. Just now you put the U.S. logo next to Brenda, and I would like for the viewing audience to see, you know, this vision. Look again, all right? Boom. Brenda, you look like a candidate.
No.
You look like a candidate. Wow.
No, nunca.
All right, good. Thank you so much, Dennis. Thank you. No, but serious matters. We will see this November 28th, and we're going to see the developments and how they will move forward, and the engine that they put behind all of this. Just to mention, I watch Off the Cuff with Claudius Boncamper as the as the guest, and he was very eloquent, he was very straightforward, and he seemed genuine, Okay, so I must mention that. So if this is a plug for Claudius Boncamper to be leader, let it be so, because I think the guy is doing a great job in Parliament. All right, we have next up, Minister Richardson applauds 17 immigration officers on training course completion. This story comes from the Swaliga News Day.
Así es, tenemos que la ministra Richardson aplaude a 17 funcionarios de inmigración por completar un curso de formación. Esto es fuente de Swaliga News Day. El viernes 12 de noviembre se llevó a cabo una ceremonia de certificación cuando el Departamento de Servicios de Protección Fronteras de Inmigración, IBPS, alcanzó otro hito en el que 11 oficiales completaron con éxito su curso de PLM Patrick Lemaster. Es un curso de capacitación y tutoría. Y 6 oficiales completaron su curso de PO que fue impartido para preparar a los oficiales para que lo hagan también. Los cursos de PLM o PO comenzaron el 8 de noviembre y fueron posibles con la ayuda de la Royal Netherlands Massachusetts. Estos son 2 de los muchos cursos incluidos en el plan de estudio de educación continua entre el Ministerio de Justicia y la CARIB. Los cursos están hechos a medida y diseñados para fortalecer el control fronterizo que se deriva del acuerdo mutuo sobre el fortalecimiento del control fronterizo. Durante su formación en los Países Bajos, el CARIB opera con base en la ideología de formar al formador. Como tal, este principio fue adaptado para que los funcionarios del departamento del IBPS se vuelvan capacitados y equipados sobre cómo capacitar a sus colegas. La ministra de Justicia, Anna E. Richardson, declaró: uno de los objetivos principales del departamento del IBPS es aumentar el conocimiento general de cada oficial para que pueda llevar a cabo su tarea de manera eficiente. Como tal, la comunidad puede enorgullecerse de saber que 17 de nuestros oficiales de inmigración siguen comprometidos y dedicados a hacer avanzar a San Martín de la manera más segura posible. Con la aplicación de las leyes de inmigración en alta implementación, el departamento de IBPS también tiene la intención de continuar capacitando a su personal al más alto nivel posible. Esta capacitación asegura que los oficiales de inmigración estén preparados para proteger nuestras fronteras en todo momento.
On Friday, November 12, 2021, a certificate ceremony was held at the Department of Immigration, Border and Protection Services, IBPS, attained another milestone whereby 11 officers successfully completed their course of PLM, Praktijk Leermeester, coaching training and mentorship, and 6 officers completed their course of PO, Praktijk Opleider, teach courses and prepare officers to do so as well. I am elated to see that this is an ongoing situation with the Justice Ministry. This is part of nation building, ladies and gentlemen. I want to commend the Koninklijke Marechaussee who gave the opportunity, or should I say, gave this course. So they gave the Border Control the opportunity to take this course. And it goes hand in hand with working. What I like about this article is the fact that the minister is pushing for this. She knows that constant reevaluation and development brings about great initiatives and great work. And we have a problem with our immigration and border control. So therefore, I think that it's only paramount that she supports this initiative to the fullest extent. All right, so I want to say again, congratulations to all 11 and 6 officers involved in this. Congratulations to Country St. Martin and by extension, the Ministry of Justice.
Así es, y con esta información que felicitamos a todos los oficiales de inmigración, continuamos con que el miembro independiente del Parlamento, el diputado Christopher Emmanuel, insta a las entidades gubernamentales a no apresurarse a recortar ingresos. Esto es fuente de Swaliga News Day.
Independent Member of Parliament MP Christophe Emmanuel have urged government-owned companies as related entities not to rush into enforcing cuts on its workers until it is determined how the government of St. Martin plans on moving forward in implementing cuts to income and benefits. It is left to be seen if the National Alliance and the United People Party will stay on this course of putting people in the poorhouse, the MP said. The MP was reacting to a circulating brief apparently from the Telem CEO Kendall Dupersoy to the union representing Telem workers SMCU, in which Dupersoy is informing the union that financial measures will have to be imposed in accordance to the 3 laws on reduction of income. According to Dupersoy, Telem has to be in compliance by November 22nd. I'm sure the CEO of Telem is doing what he thinks he must do in accordance to the law. But I simply cannot reconcile these actions to hurt people with the fact that this government threw its hands up and could not come up with alternate solutions than cutting people's income and benefits, the MP said. MP Manuel was the only MP to vote against the laws. He only voted on the ordinance to cut his own salary. The government do not know how it will deal with the implementation of the laws, which they say are temporary. They have no clue how or when they will pay civil servants. And so I urge them and others to not rush into making the lives of their personnel harder. Ask the government what is its plan for these temporary, or Emmanuel stressed. While the workers have to continuously make personal sacrifices and endure hardships, the MP noted that the CFT has again advised the government to find ways to reduce personal costs by some 11 million guilders. How will government achieve this? Does this mean letting workers go? Because we see that there is no hiring freeze in government. So how will 11 million guilders be cut when 12.5% in cuts and income didn't yield any savings? The MP asked. MP Emmanuel also stressed once again that the government has yet to present a realistic economic recovery plan for the country. He said what little the government has said about economic recovery lacks clear direction, ministerial accountability, or methods to measure any success. The article goes on. This will bring our national debt quota to 79% of our GDP. Mind you, a normal debt to GDP ratio is 60% or below. At 79, it means that our economy literally has no financial leverage. In fact, the World Bank, in its annual report, said that a ratio that extends 77% for an extended period of time may result in an adverse impact on economic growth. Therefore, when a ratio is high, like St. Martin, a country is likely to exhibit slowdown in economic growth. And here we are with no plan, the MP said. Wow.
Así es, Prince. No hay tiempo para lo que es los recortes a los empleados, y el miembro independiente ha instado a las empresas gubernamentales y a las entidades relacionadas a no apresurarse a aplicar recortes a sus trabajadores hasta que se determine cómo el gobierno de San Martín planea avanzar en la implementación de recortes a los ingresos y beneficios. Es decir, ahora tiene que demostrar cómo se va a implementar todo esto para que entonces haya lo que sea o tengan que hacer los recortes necesarios.
Brenda, one thing I want to comment on this is the fact that there was 3 laws passed, okay? It was brought forth, the country packages, it was brought forth. First is to reduce the salaries of political affiliates, political persons, okay, appointees. Second, it was to reduce the benefits of all government-owned companies, okay, the salaries of government-owned companies. And then we also see cost-cutting measures, all right?
Así es.
Now, with all of this, it was supposed to go into effect, especially with the Constitutional Court saying that the government did nothing wrong by asking the nation why? Because a natural disaster, or should I say a disaster, trumps. And I got this from the show Off the Cuff and Claudius Boncamper. Okay, a disaster trumps, need. So it means that the law can be broken. The law can be broken. It can be tweaked because of the need. It's a pandemic that we're going through. It's not any ordinary situation, whereas, the Dutch just decided. It is a pandemic that we're going through.
Es más difícil que si fuese un tiempo normal.
So that's why the Constitutional Court said, we can't see any favor in anything in the plaintiff, so we would have to grant the government vindication. What I am saying is that how MP Manuel is placing the responsibility then on the same CEOs, on the same government-owned companies. And if the government-owned companies have to adhere to the government, I think this is counterproductive if any government-owned company or any CEO would go against the advice of the government. What I think it should be is that proper checks and balances, because they can get in problems. And I don't think Christopher Emmanuel is going to be there waiting to defend any a CEO from the government-owned company. Remember Mingo? There was no defending there. But hey, let's see how this story develops, and I will keep you posted, ladies and gentlemen, as the story develops.
Así es, vamos a pasar ahora a lo que es el registro general del Carnaval 2022 que cierra para este 1 de diciembre. Esto es fuente de St. Martin Island Time.
St. Martin Carnival Development Foundation issued a reminder over the weekend that registration for the majority of Carnival 2022 event closes in 2 weeks on December 1st. The foundation opened registration on June 1st this year, giving Carnival stakeholders ample opportunity to consider if they would be participating in Carnival 2022 and register accordingly. We are extremely encouraged with registration numbers thus far. We're looking great for our pageants, calypso, band, and more. Registration will close on December 1st with no extensions, so we urge interested persons to register before the deadline, the foundation said, adding that it has also opened registration for season passes, which cost $195. As for the preparation for Carnival 2022, the foundation said it has already met with all major corporate partners, including government, and met with almost all stakeholders. The meetings with stakeholders, as usual, will continue right up to Carnival. Commitments have been made, and we are well underway with Carnival preparations, the SCDF said. To register, persons can use the link bio.link/St. Martin Carnival until the new Carnival website is up and running.
Así es, tenemos que la Fundación para el Desarrollo del Carnaval de San Martín emitió un recordatorio durante el fin de semana en que el registro para la mayoría de los eventos del Carnaval 2022 se cerrarán en 2 semanas, es decir, para el 1 de diciembre. La Fundación abrió el registro el 1 de junio de este año, brindando a las partes interesadas del Carnaval una amplia oportunidad de considerar si participarían en el Carnaval 2022 y se registrarían en consecuencia. Hasta ahora la Fundación ha tenido un registro muy alto para varios aspectos del carnaval y ya ha cerrado. Por ejemplo, se han premiado todos los estándares y también se han premiado todas las noches de concierto. Estamos sumamente animados con los números de registro hasta ahora. Nos vemos muy bien para nuestros concursos de calypso, bandas y más. Las inscripciones se cerrarán el 1 de diciembre sin prórrogas, por lo que instamos a las personas interesadas a inscribirse antes de la fecha límite, dijo la Fundación, agregando que también han abierto inscripciones para pases de temporada que tendrán un costo de $195. En cuanto a los preparativos para el Carnaval 2022, la Fundación dijo que ya se ha reunido con todos los participantes o los principales socios corporativos, incluyendo el gobierno, y se ha reunido con casi todas las partes interesadas. Las reuniones con las partes interesadas, como de costumbres, continuarán hasta el Carnaval. Se han hecho compromisos y estamos bien encaminados con los preparativos del Carnaval, expresó la Fundación del Desarrollo para San Martín. Para registrarse, la persona puede utilizar el enlace de link que tenemos a continuación. Es el http://bio.link/San Martín Carnaval. Este es el enlace que pueden comunicarse. O si no, visitar su oficina que está aquí en Illustrate.
Yeah. Again, this is the temporary website, so the website will be up and running, I guess, after registration. So please, don't you forget. I just want to mention that the Parliament meeting will be airing not on TVCARIB, but on,
Pueden buscar en la estación del gobierno.
Exactly, on the government website. So bear in mind that is something for you to look forward to. Right about now, we would like to go to our birthday section.
Woo. Así es, estamos en nuestra sección de cumpleañeros. Mira quién tenemos ahí, a Julia Sánchez, que está cumpliendo un año más de vida. Ella es una fiel televidente del Mundo a las 7. También tenemos al señor Roland Duncan, que está festejando un año más. Muchas bendiciones para usted, mi señor. También ahí tengo a Andri Morales desde Anguila, que está en sintonía con nosotros. Feliz cumpleaños, mi amor. Muchas bendiciones para ti. Y también ahí tengo a mi hermana amiga festejando un año más, mi amor. Te quiero muchísimo, que la pases sumamente bien en el día de hoy.
All right, I too want to congratulate a few people, which is Claudette Fritz. Happy birthday, Claudette. And Josiane Canigita, who just lost her father. I want to say happy birthday to you, but she's 56 years old. Princess Fifi, what you say from French Quarter. Janaiska Richardson and Zikima Germain. Eldred Richardson, Theodore Connor, Rosette Glover, Instacia, and Tamara Groeneveld. Malka Westcott, Roland Duncan, Sinfra Zandam, Jessica Weeks, and Brigitte Glover. Going out to all the birthday celebrants, happy birthday.
Así, estos son todos los cumpleañeros del día de hoy. De esta forma nosotros terminamos lo que es nuestra... ¡Ay! Mira quién tenemos ahí, mira quién tenemos ahí.
Whoa. We have 15 years anniversary of Minerva Maduro.
Ahí está, cumpliendo sus 15 años de servicio en Coiman.
Yes, Minerva Maduro, all the best, and 15 more years. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to go, and we're going to meet up again in extra time, where we will be discussing a lot more on these topics, breaking down the news. But now we have a hot extra time.
Así es, así que usted no se lo pierda, los invitamos a que pasen nuestro tiempo extra, y las personas que tengan que irse, esperamos mañana con Dios mediante, tempranito a las 7 en el Mundo a las 7.
When you're in St. Martin, visit the Boardwalk, where you will find the Shell. With its beautiful terrace overlooking the ocean, their vegan specials, delicious mahi-mahi filet with rum glazed shrimps just for you. Tasty. You can also visit Dirty Sanchez and order a cocktail from their cocktail menu, like the famous mojito made with love. Delicious. And if you're wearing a bikini, you can also get a second mojito for free. Beach chairs are also available. You'll find it all at the Boardwalk.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The World at 7 Extra Time. Hold on. Brenna's reading a message from the aliens above.
Bienvenido a su programa Extra Time. Señores, estamos en nuestro tiempo extra. Tenemos nuestro teléfono de estudio en pantallita 554-5601, donde usted puede llamar. Este es el tiempo para que nosotros y ustedes interactuemos. Así que utilicen nuestro teléfono 554-5601, tanto directo como vía WhatsApp. Y ahí usted puede enviar un mensajito, hablar con Prince, aquí está, no importa. Cualquier situación, enviar unas felicitaciones a alguien, puede hacerlo a través de nuestro teléfono.
All right, before we go into Extra Time, I would like to show you a trailer that is up and coming. I wanted to do it on the regular programming. However, I forgot. So, Dennis, if we can get something to whet the people's appetite, that'll be much obliged. Here we go.
If you have a problem with me doing this, I can just cancel it, you know.
It's okay. You want us to go, so we go.
He has my bag and I want it. His time is running out. We will kill him.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go check to see if my brother is.
How is it that your brother even got into the house?
Hey, David, hey.
What's up, man? How you feeling today?
Yeah, I feel a lot better, man. The meds really helped me out, man.
That's good.
As you see this, it means I have passed.
Hey,
Morning.
excuse me.
Lucia, you changed the lock on the door.
On my door, yes.
I never left you guys. I never would have left you guys.
A lot. You deprived us from our father.
Listen, did you talk to Pamela about what's going on?
Mom, what was all this shit?
Hey, we still have some respect here, right? Sorry. I think that's not what you're thinking. It's not what you're thinking, David.
So he's going to die for this bag?
Yes, indeed.
I am sorry, we had no idea that it would have caused such impact on you, Rashida.
It's okay, Mom. Me and Rashida spoke about this a couple of years ago, just before she left.
What is keeping you in that alone? I don't get it. Why? Was it the good equipment?
I know but you was married. And you is still married.
My child, it was a hot mess.
Comenzó. Ay. Aquí tenemos uno de los actores de esta. Señores.
Yeah, that's the movie that I was working on, A Hot Mess, and stay tuned for us to announce where we will be seeing this. Okay, no, it's not a series. I think they're working on a series, but it is the trailer of a new movie. Okay?
No, pero se ve hasta interesante. Tenemos que estar pendiente cuándo va a estar disponible, sea en la cartelera del cine, o sea a través de las redes sociales. No sé, vamos a ver cómo será presentada, porque tenemos que participar nosotros o dar nuestro apoyo asistiendo a ver esta pequeña serie.
Yeah.
Mira el comentario de San Martín Anunnaki.
Has to be Prince Martina always holding the gun. This will be a hit for sure. Okay, I don't know if it's a hit, but I know it's gonna hit hard. It's gonna hit hard. Okay.
No, pero espérate.
Hello.
Yo quiero hacerte una pregunta. ¿Cómo tú te sentiste haciendo esta participación? Es decir, ¿fue algo como tan natural contigo o tuviste que ensayarlo varias veces?
Well, it came natural. Acting is a forte of mine. To be quite honest, I've dabbled in the arts for quite some time. Okay, But I must say we had a lot of takes to do. Why? Because we had people who didn't know anything about acting, and then we had some who did.
Pero todas las personas que están involucradas trabajando, tú los conoces. Es decir, que te sientes familiarizado.
No, I got to know them on set. Okay, so we had to study our scripts, our lines, and everything. And then when we came together, we hit 1 or 2 practices, and then hit the ground running. The only person that I basically knew there was Lorenzo, all right, who is a good friend of mine. So that's what it's up.
Okay. San Martín Hernán, que te está haciendo una pregunta.
We do have Chinese actors, but they will come in the karate scene, okay? They will come in the karate scene.
Es decir, que está involucrada casi todas las nacionalidades
I'm just
por así
kidding.
decirlo.
I'm just kidding. I just wanted to say something. Okay, so that's it. Brenda, what I want to discuss, though, this is apart from movies, I wanted to discuss the fact that, you know, anybody who is experiencing the arts right now or wants to do something, whether it's to bring out a song, whether it's to do a movie, whether it's to, sponsor a trip, a dancing, or go to a workshop, or whatever, right? Whatever it is, when it comes to the arts, it's very difficult for individuals to get money in order to do so. And we see that with these movies that are coming out, it can open a whole new different world to St. Martin. Right now in Nevis, there's a big production going on, and some of the Nevisians, or should I say people that are from Nevis, are acting in this film or in these films, okay? So it brings an industry. Why? Because if we have foreign production companies coming here, setting up, they have to pay for stay, they have to pay for food. In the meantime, you know, a loved one, a family member that comes down, transportation. So our economy, it can bring a different pillar. Exactly. So it can bring a different pillar into our economy.
Prince, al inicio de este programa del Mundo de las 7, yo había dicho y lo sostengo que aquí hay muchos talentos en cualquier área, que hay mucho talento, lo que hay es que explotarlo, hay que darlo a conocer, que aún no se ha sabido, pero aquí en la isla hay muchos talentos, muchos jóvenes que están subiendo también ahora, están ocultos, hay que dar a conocer a estos jóvenes. Mira, esta es una serie que no va a salir costosa financieramente, porque se está usando las mismas personas de aquí de San Martín. Imagínate que tuviesen que venir personas de Senquí, personas de República Dominicana, personas de Estados Unidos, tener que buscar, como tú dijiste, estadías, transporte, la dieta, todo esto sale más costoso.
Yeah, and what we can always see about this as well is the fact that we have different streams of income coming into our economy. You can imagine if someone, you know, a local break through and get some acting or land an acting gig in Hollywood, or, you know, where they're paying well. Don't you think that that person is going to use their resources to at least encourage other people, at least set up some kind of infrastructure? Right now, what we need on this island is a theater, you know. Yes, we have the, what do you call that, the culture center, which we've done different productions and stuff, right? But the culture center is basically dilapidated. And, all right, we have a call coming in. Hello, good morning.
Sí, buen día, Boximan.
Boximan.
Buenos días.
Boximan.
All right, is this the Mighty Hammer?
Yeah.
All right. Masha Danki, Mr. Hammer. Thank you for calling in and greeting us.
Brenda, aquí es Valen.
Brenda, saluda a él.
Hola, ¿cómo está usted?
Bien.
Qué bueno, gracias por mantenerse en sintonía con el Mundo a las 7, gracias por su llamada.
Sí, mi mira de ti.
All
¿Sí?
right.
Mira de ti. Mira de ti.
All right, then, Mr. Burkle, thank you so much for calling in.
Gracias.
All right?
Okay, vamos. Okay, vamos. Adiós.
Sí, esos son los momentos de interactuar
Yeah,
con
definitely.
con los televidentes. Usted llama, saluda, si tiene que enviar un mensajito lo hace, aprovecha y ahí está. No tenga miedo, el teléfono no lo va a morder y nosotros tampoco. Así que usted puede llamar 554-5601.
Yeah.
Prince, mira, muy buena pregunta que está haciendo San Martin Anunnaki.
Can the VSR and TIAT ministry be approached for sponsorship? Does culture and entertainment fall under VSR or TIAT? Let me just say this. The Ministry of Economic Affairs, which the Tourism Bureau falls under, we've seen that some of our tourism dollars have gone into major productions. I think Love and Hip Hop or something like that. I can't remember. But we've seen a bunch of fiascos going on where internationally people come in and, you know, they collect a payday and then we don't see any results. However, here it is from inside out. I haven't heard much. If it's not for the Prince Bernhard funds, if it's not for independent funding, you know, different agencies, I have never seen the TIAT or the VSI ministry, you know, putting in any substantial amount of money for any production. I stand to be corrected by this. Maybe someone can you know, jog my memory or bring some kind of light to the situation. But I think it should be set up.
Ok, en consecuencia a esto, en la República Dominicana, cuando se hacen películas locales, que se hacen muchas películas locales, siempre tiene el apoyo del Departamento de Turismo, apoyado por el gobierno, de las compañías más grandes del país también hacen el soporte a lo que son esto. Eso mismo debería de buscarse aquí. O sea, las compañías grandes, apoyarlos, el gobierno con su Departamento de Turismo, del Centro de Cultura también estar apoyando.
Yeah, I think that that's the way it should go. But I think oftentimes it's because of, you know, us not having a budget right now, going through a pandemic. But even before that, I know people have, you know, approached different big companies and large companies and asked for sponsorship. Maybe, let's take for instance a Motor World. You can use one of their cars, then, you know, it's featured, or you can use, you know, yeah. There's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways that companies can get branding rights inside of a movie, you know, and it gives them free publicity. However, it is unique in a way that because the target audience in the Dominican Republic, you have like 10 million people, you know, and your outlet is probably to Colombia, Venezuela, and, you know, and everything. Here we are, to me, you know, we have a product where we can reach different Caribbean islands. However, we're competing with different Caribbean islands instead of working and networking with them. So, yeah, culture does fall under the Honorable Rudolph Samuel, okay? And I think that it is interworking through ministries. TIAT should be involved. Culturally, it should be involved in everything. So there is where we see that government should come as an apparatus and fund these things, or at least give them their full support.
Bueno, nada, esperemos que sea un éxito y todos, cuando debemos de estar pendientes, aquí lo vamos a anunciar cuando ya sea la, como les digo, la inauguración de esta serie. Nosotros estaremos ahí con Dios mediante para apoyar.
All right, great. Semar Anunnaki wanted to bring in a different topic, which I think it's a great topic to discuss. Can we discuss, check the appetite for a charge on garbage collection and sewage, taking this point from the Off the Cuff show made by respected MP Claudius Boncamper. I would be happy to pay a charge provided the service is right. Now, what MP Von Camper alluded to is the fact that garbage is picked up for free on this island, okay? It's awarded by contract, and it comes out of government coffers, okay? People are hooked up to the sewage system and don't pay a cent.
Acuérdate que hubo una fuerte cantidad de dinero para que fueran los contratistas de los camiones de basura, de la colección de basura.
Exactly. What he's proposing is a 25 guilder, okay, per month subscription to the collecting of garbage per household. And then where it's a business is concerned, depend on the volume, depend on, on ratio, how much garbage they consume or they put out, right? The charge goes higher. Now, I'm saying this is a very, very innovative way of thinking, even though it's done in different Caribbean islands. So it's nothing new, but it's something new to St. Martin. Can you imagine people saying no to just paying 25 guilders a month, and your garbage is picked up, and there's extra money in the coffers of St. Martin?
Wow.
Or having to pay a sewage fee. So this will be based on the amount of water usage. It will be based on, the household, and then this can be calculated as well. Why are we running from these things? And the respected MP said, if this was done even up to a few years ago, right, we could have had a surplus, or not a surplus, but we could have had an addition, 10 million guilders to work with.
Bueno, esto es en caso de que se pusiera lo que es una tarifa para el pago de basura. Vendría siendo en Santo Domingo algunas personas, no todas, algunas personas pagan lo que es la contribución para la recogida de basura. En este caso, si se aplica aquí en lo que es la isla de San Martín, ¿tú crees que tendrá resultado?
I think that this would be a great thing and bringing in money. We're poor.
Bueno, es algo básico como es los servicios de GV. Obligatoriamente tú tienes que pagarlo para poder recibir el servicio.
Yeah. So I can't imagine it would be unpopular. The number to call in is 554-5601. Let me know what you think. Adelina Richardson is saying, and here in Curacao, we have to pay 35 guilders a month. All what the people in St. Martin can do is complain. They want everything for free. Thank you so much for your comment,
Gracias,
Adelina Richardson. Thank you so much. Okay, she didn't choose to call in, but she chose to write it on our live Facebook feed. You can do so as well. Remember, we are on live on Facebook. The number to call is 554-5601. Let's hear it. Is this a good thing for St. Martin? How can we do or exploit? And maybe you can come up with a next idea that will be so beneficial to the country.
Así es, usted puede llamar a nuestro teléfono de estudio 554-5601 con el 721, que es nuestro código de área, tanto directo como vía WhatsApp, no importa dónde usted esté actualmente. Ahí tenemos un comentario de Ingrid Laureano que dice, claro, que da resultado, en todos los países se paga por ese servicio. No, en todos los países no se paga ese servicio.
Apparently not here in St. Martin.
Aquí no se paga, en la República Dominicana son muy pocas, pero se pueden, de 10 quizás una. Pueden encontrarse que se pague el servicio de la recogida de basura.
Okay, here we learned also that we are the only country in the kingdom that does not implement this charge. So, Curacao, Aruba, even to small Statia, Bonaire, and
se paga el servicio.
It's paid some way or the other. We do not. And what I don't understand...
Disculpa, pero tú sabes que si se implementa este servicio, habrá muchas personas también haciendo reciclaje. Y eso contribuye también con la economía.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, when I learned that when you go to the dump, if anyone knows, all the requirement you need to go to the dump is to have a Dutch number plate.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go to the dump and throw anything.
Sí.
As long as you have a Dutch number plate. On the front side, however, you need to pay for this. And that's why a lot of times they restrict people with French number plates to come into the dump, because they come from the front side to our dump, our landfill, and then who have the problem. Why don't we implement a charge? Even if it's 15 guilders, I don't know. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Are we building a country, or are we going to stay with the status quo? I need to know. The number to call is 554-5601. If this topic is not interesting to you, then let me know, and then we can pack up and go home.
Así es. Tengo un comentario de Ginetta Richardson que dice que en la República Dominicana hay basuras en todos los lugares. Lamentablemente es el caso. Ese es el caso. Donde quiera hay un garbage, un montón de basura. Lamentablemente hay que decirlo y hay que reconocerlo.
I must say though that in the capital I've seen more garbage than in La Romana, in different
definitivamente.
places. Okay?
En la capital hay más un descontrol con lo que es la recogida de basura que en los en el exterior del país.
Let me give you a small little joke. I went there with a friend of mine, and you know, we were going sightseeing, and then when we went in the capital, I'm like, Jesus, why is it so dirty here? Why is, you know, garbage everywhere? And she's like, that's the marketplace, and where the Haitians, they come here and they have the place all dirty. I was like, okay. So in her area where she lives, now it's a little outside of the capital. So I didn't say anything, and I'm looking and I'm seeing, you know, and stuff. I said, excuse me, is there a lot of Haitians living in this area? And she was like, oh, no. This is, predominantly Dominicans and stuff. I said, oh, maybe the Haitians took the garbage from where they live and bring it here, you know. She was so ashamed, you know, and stuff. But I wanted to bring a point, you know. The garbage in your country, whether who or what, put it there. It's your responsibility to have it clean. Because when the tourists come to St. Martin, all right, and they see garbage, they're not going to think, oh, you know what, is the Dominicans, or what is the Dominicans. No, they're going to say St. Martin, and that is where the garbage is.
Así es. Tenemos otro comentario de Ingrid Laureano que dice: Europa y Estados Unidos se paga, en Santo Domingo en mi casa se paga ese servicio. Ok, Ingrid, no dije que no se paguen, son pocas las personas que pagan este servicio en la República Dominicana.
Yeah. Let me read this comment. Lozama Clement is saying, good morning. Yes, I understand. The question is, what would they be doing with that money? Is it to push down their pockets? Lozama, you know, a lot of times we make these comments and stuff, but when we do a charge, and when we put a charge on different things, what do GB do with the money? Do they push it down their pockets? No. What they do, they pay for, they pay employees, they pay their due diligence, and where there's dividend or whatever, right? This is an operation. So what would they do? They would just make it a sort of operations, a company that is laced with solely that. Okay, the implementation, the charging, and all of that. And they have personnel to pay. So it's not a physical money that, you know, 35 guilders, and every time the truck pass, you give them, hey, this is the end of the month. No, it doesn't work like that.
No.
Okay, it is taken off. It is sent to you, or whether you pay it
Funciona
via.
como los
Exactly.
servicios que llegan a la casa, como los recibos de GB, así mismo debería de funcionar.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. The number to call is 554-5601. Let us know what you think about these ideas, and maybe you have an idea of your own.
Así es, vamos a ver las personas que están en casita, en sintonía con lo que es el mundo de las 7 en su tiempo extra. Pueden llamar a nuestros teléfonos de estudio 554-5601, tanto directo como vía WhatsApp. Por las personas que están en Curazao, como ya tuvimos una televidente que escribió, o en Bonaire o en Aruba, pueden usar nuestras redes sociales o pueden llamar a nuestro teléfono para poder dar una idea, hacer un comentario, hacer cualquier tipo de pregunta que usted crea que nosotros podamos contestar.
All right. Simar Anunnaki said, what does the flag bring to the coffers? Okay, first of all, I think any beautification, I think any thing of that magnitude and that grandeur, maybe it doesn't have a economic value, or not. Maybe it doesn't have a price tag or direct flow of income. But I do think that our flag is a monument now, and the tourists stop there, so it has somewhat of an economic value. Remember, when Christopher Emmanuel began with this project, he outlined that it didn't cost Country St. Martin 1 cent.
Una pregunta, Prince. En este caso, que se suponga que se va a implementar el caso del pago de los servicios de la basura, supongamos 25 florines, ¿cómo se implementarían? ¿Qué personas lo pagarían? Porque recuerda, en la forma de cómo se pagan los servicios de GB, que es la más común, no todo el mundo tiene un contador.
Exactly. They will do it by household, just like GB do it. Whether they use the mechanism, the database of GEBE, it is a government-owned company, so I think that this can be done as well. So this garbage contract or this subscription to garbage would be put in the name of the head of the household, okay? Let's say I'm paying GE.
Pero escúchame, yo que tenga casas de rentas, de alquiler, ¿cómo voy a poner? Yo tengo que registrar, tengo tantos apartamentos y por los apartamentos me van a poner tanto mensual tienes que pagar. Entonces eso se lo distribuyo a mis inquilinos, o porque no va a salir directamente desde mi bolsillo.
Well, just like you do the GEBE, right? Your clients, they hook up at GEBE, and what they do is they come, they put your name as the new tenant, and this bill comes to you. You are responsible. This is the same way that this will be set up, that you will be responsible for the garbage subscription.
Mira, tengo un comentario de Adelina Joseph que dice, buenos días. Yo que tengo el garbage en el frente de mi casa para todo el que quiera botar su basura, ¿cómo lo haría?
Say it again. Read that again.
Yo que tengo el garbage en el frente de mi casa, en ejemplo, yo también lo tengo en un lado de la casa, para todo el que quiera botar su basura. Es decir, todo el que quiera botar va a poner la basura en el garbage. Pero entonces, ¿cómo tendría el control?
Okay. This was also a question on off the cuff. Every household will have their garbage bin and a number attached to it. Okay? Yes, and because of that number, I wouldn't see, and even if you take your garbage and put it in the neighbor's trash, right, you still have to pay a subscription fee because it is assigned to the person and not to the specific. Everybody uses things and needs to dispose of garbage. Every single body, okay? Even to the little child that takes a sweetie and take the wrapper and throw it in the garbage, they are using the garbage as well. So we do it per household, We do it for the head of the household, and every house assign a garbage bin. And I think that's the
Sí,
way.
pero tú sabes a qué ya se refiere, pienso yo, que es un ejemplo, tú tienes tu garbage, yo tengo, o yo que no tengo garbage, puedo venir y poner la basura en el tuyo, que no me correspondería. Entonces, ¿cuáles medidas tú tomarías?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. Okay, let's read what Janetta Richardson is saying. Maybe if St. Martin didn't play so much Vrinches and family politique, give the small truck drivers garbage collecting details too. And then Adelina Richardson is saying, people, your country will never progress if you all are so negative. Be positive so blessings can cover the island St. Martin. Okay, I don't know who people she's referring to. It's not negativity. It's just
No,
stating
solamente
facts.
sugestiones estamos haciendo y
Okay,
bueno, cada quien hace un comentario según es la situación que está atravesando.
All right, Semar Anunnaki says, why would a citizen not wish to pay 25 guilders more if the country in benefit, if it is shocking to see as to why is this not being implemented? I do agree with you full-heartedly.
Bueno, señores, ya llegamos ya a lo que el final de nuestro tiempo extra. Como que fue corto, Prince, fue corto.
Well, we did mention two different topics. We did touch on two
Sí.
different topics. Join us again tomorrow with more news, updates, and much, much more as we bring you The World at 7. My name is Herbert Martina, thanking you once again for tuning in and hope to see you tomorrow.
Así es, mi nombre es Brenda Rodríguez de Allen y le damos las gracias en nombre del staff del Mundo a las 7 por estar en sintonía con nosotros. Lo esperamos nuevamente mañana, Dios mediante, tempranito a las 7. Así que los esperamos con Dios mediante. Pasen un feliz resto del día.